communities worldwide. We broadcast diverse international content from Europe, Asia, Africa, and now right here in the USA. Watch us via Roku on your smart TV. Download the Millennium TV app from the App Store to stream our shows anywhere, anytime. Millennium TV.
Welcome to Millennium News Hour. I am Tanzeeba Naurin. In today's bulletin, we will present top and trending news from across the nation and the world. Let's begin with the headlines of the day. Biden celebrates his 81st birthday, pardoning Thanksgiving turkeys. U.S. Defense Chief visits Ukraine in show of solidarity. Microsoft hires OpenAI Sam Altman after sacking. OpenAI employees threaten to quit en masse after former CEO Sam Altman joins Microsoft. Rosalynn Carter, former U.S. First Lady, dies at 96. The 2024 presidential general election debates are planned for September and October in 3 college towns. Dismembered body found on NYC beach may be remains of missing Irish filmmaker. Three-year-old boy fatally shoots his 2-year-old brother after finding gun in mom's purse, police said. "28 Gaza babies evacuated to Egypt." Israel seeks to end Palestinians' presence at China Middle East Summit. Miss Nicaragua wins Miss Universe crown with an answer about a famous feminist. Messi's 2022 World Cup jerseys to go up for auction. And Gavi faces surgery after serious knee injury on Spain duty. You were listening to Headlines, now news in detail. President Joe Biden spent part of his 81st birthday Monday carrying out an annual White House tradition, pardoning 2 lucky turkeys. The selected starbirds, named Liberty and Bill, both hail from Wilmer, Minnesota, the National Turkey Federation announced Sunday. Even though Liberty and Bill are from Minnesota, they are named for the famous Liberty Bell in Philadelphia. Biden joked at the pardoning ceremony Monday morning, adding, "These birds have a new appreciation for the world. Let freedom ring." Liberty and Bill love Honeycrisp apples, ice hockey, and the city of Bloomington's famous Mall of America, Biden said. The president also noted that Monday's ceremony fell on his birthday, sharing that he earlier had met the chairman of the National Turkey Federation, Steve Licken, and his family, who sang the president "Happy Birthday to You." Biden said the ceremony Monday kicked off the unofficial start of the holiday season in D.C., and he gave thanks to all the families across America who feed and fuel our nation and the world. This is Biden's 3rd time pardoning a pair of turkeys in preparation for the holiday season, continuing the presidential tradition that began in 1947 with the National Turkey Federation presenting a turkey to President Harry Truman. The United States Secretary of Defense made an unannounced visit to Kiev to reassure Ukraine that Washington will continue supporting its fight against invading Russian forces. Lloyd Austin traveled to Ukraine today to meet with Ukrainian leaders and reinforce the staunch support of the United States for Ukraine's fight for freedom, the Pentagon said in a statement on Monday. The trip was not previously announced due to security concerns. Austin will also underscore the continued U.S. commitment to providing Ukraine with the security assistance it needs to defend itself from Russian aggression, the Pentagon statement continued. On X, Austin wrote, I was honored to meet with President Zelensky in Kiev today to reaffirm the United States' steadfast support for Ukraine. We, along with our allies and partners, will continue to support Ukraine's urgent battlefield needs and long-term defense requirements. Zelensky also welcomed the visit from the U.S. official and said that Austin's visit was a very important signal for Ukraine. The U.S. has provided tens of billions of dollars in security aid for Ukraine and repeatedly pledged to back Kiev for as long as it takes. However, opposition from hardline Republican lawmakers has raised doubts about the future of U.S. assistance. Microsoft on Monday announced the hiring of OpenAI co-founder Sam Altman following his shock sacking from the company whose ChatGPT chatbot has led the rapid rise of artificial intelligence technology. OpenAI has appointed Amit Sher, a former chief executive of Amazon's streaming platform Twitch, as its new CEO despite reported pressure from Microsoft and other major investors to reinstate Altman. OpenAI's board sacked Altman on Friday, with US media citing concerns that he was underestimating the dangers of its tech and leading the company away from its stated mission, claims his successor has denied. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella wrote on X that Altman will be joining Microsoft to lead a new advanced AI research team, along with OpenAI co-founder Greg Brockman and other colleagues. The mission continues, Altman posted on X, formerly Twitter. Altman shot to fame with the launch of OpenAI's artificial intelligence chatbot last year, which ignited a race to advance AI research and development, as well as billions being invested in the sector. His sacking triggered several other high-profile departures from the company, as well as a reported push by investors to bring him back. Brockman said on X that the initial leadership team at Microsoft included 3 former OpenAI colleagues who resigned after Altman was fired. The future of OpenAI appeared in limbo Monday, with hundreds of company employees signing a letter calling on the board to step down after it was unable to reach an agreement to bring back ousted CEO Sam Altman. Altman, whose departure from OpenAI was announced Friday, joined Microsoft early Monday following a weekend of boardroom drama that sent shockwaves across Silicon Valley. Altman will lead a new artificial intelligence project at Microsoft, the tech giant said early Monday after rumors swirled that he could make a dramatic return to the company he helped build into one of the world's hottest startups. Hours later, a letter which was first reported by Wired and journalist Kara Swisher said OpenAI employees would resign and possibly join Microsoft unless all current board members resign, and the board appoints 2 new lead independent directors, such as Brett Taylor and Will Hurd, and reinstates Sam Altman and Greg Brockman. An OpenAI spokesperson said the letter had been shown to the board. Your actions have made it obvious that you are incapable of overseeing OpenAI, the letter reads. We are unable to work for or with people that lack competence, judgment, and care for our mission and employees. We, the undersigned, may choose to resign from OpenAI and join the newly announced Microsoft subsidiary run by Sam Altman and Greg Brockman. As of late Monday morning, more than 700 names appeared on the letter. Many of them had published identical posts on X reading, "OpenAI is nothing without its people." Rosalynn Carter, the former First Lady of the United States and the closest advisor to Jimmy Carter during his one term as president, has died at age 96. The Carter Center on Sunday said she died peacefully with family by her side at her rural Georgia home of Plains after living with dementia and suffering many months of declining health. "Rosalynn was my equal partner in everything I ever accomplished," Carter said in a statement. "She gave me wise guidance and encouragement when I needed it. As long as Rosalynn was in the world, I always knew somebody loved and supported me." Jimmy and Rosalynn Carter were the longest married presidential couple, having wed in 1946 when he was 21 and she was 18. After his term ended in 1981, he also enjoyed more post-White House years than any president before him, and she played an instrumental role during those years, including as part of the non-profit Carter Center and the Habitat for Humanity charity. She was seen as unassuming and quiet before coming to Washington in 1977, but developed into an eloquent speaker, campaigner, and activist. 3 debates for next year's presidential general election are set to be held in college towns in Texas, Virginia, and Utah between September 16 and October 9, with a lone vice presidential debate happening in between in Pennsylvania, though it remains to be seen whether the Republican nominee will participate. The Non-Partisan Commission on Presidential Debates announced Monday that presidential candidates will first be scheduled to meet September 16 at Texas State University in San Marcos, south of Austin. The vice presidential debate is scheduled 9 days later at Lafayette College in eastern Pennsylvania. Presidential debates planned for Virginia State University in Petersburg on October 1 and the University of Utah in Salt Lake City on October 9. Round out the schedule ahead of November 5's election day. A dismembered body found at a New York City beach Friday may be the remains of an Emmy-winning Irish filmmaker who disappeared earlier this month, law enforcement sources say. Police responded to a 911 call just before 12:30 p.m. Friday regarding a human torso with legs attached, found laying in the sand at Breezy Point Beach in Queens. The New York City Medical Examiner's Office will determine the cause of death. While the body hasn't been officially identified, law enforcement sources say the remains appear to be filmmaker Ross McDonnell, who was last seen on November 4 leaving his apartment in the Bedford-Stuyvesant, Brooklyn neighborhood on a bicycle. His bike was later discovered locked at Fort Tilden Beach in Queens, located on the Rockaway Peninsula next to Breezy Point. No foul play is suspected in the case and there is no indication of suicide, the sources say. It's possible that McDonnell went for a swim, got caught in the current somehow and drowned, according to the sources. The investigation is ongoing and authorities are working with the Irish consulate and awaiting DNA testing results. A 3-year-old boy found a gun in his mother's purse and accidentally shot his 2-year-old brother, fatally wounding him, Gary police said. Officers were dispatched to a local hospital Friday night about a 2-year-old gunshot victim. The child's mother told officers there that her 3-year-old son found the gun in her purse after she left a bedroom, and he accidentally shot his younger sibling, who later died from his injury. The Lake County Prosecutor's Homicide Task Force is investigating the shooting, which occurred inside a home in Gary. We do criminal investigations and then we present that to the Lake County Prosecutor, who makes a decision whether it's negligence or an unfortunate accident, Gary Police Commander Sam Roberts told WSL-TV. Mayor Jerome Prince and Gary Police Chief Anthony Titus stressed that it's important for adults to take action to properly secure firearms, and other devices that could become weapons in the hands of innocent children. In particular, they urged the use of gun boxes or gun locks for securing firearms. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all at TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia, available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your fist. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for global updates. 28 premature babies were evacuated from war-torn Gaza to Egypt on Monday, as the enclave's health ministry accused Israel of launching a deadly strike on the territory's Indonesian hospital. Frantic diplomatic efforts were meanwhile underway to seal a deal for the release of some of the 240 hostages Hamas fighters took during their October 7 attacks on Israel. The Gaza Health Ministry charged that Israel's army killed at least 12 people in a strike on the Indonesian hospital in the Palestinian territory's north, a war zone where entire city blocks have been reduced to rubble. Those killed included patients, said Ashraf Al-Qudra, a spokesman for the ministry, which has reported a death toll of more than 13,000 as the Gaza war rages on into its seventh week. Israel seeks to end the Palestinian people's presence on their historical land, Palestine's foreign minister has said. Riyad al-Maliki's comments came as diplomats from Arab and Muslim majority nations met their Chinese counterparts in Beijing on Monday. Beijing is hosting a delegation of foreign ministers from the Palestinian Authority, Indonesia, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and Jordan for talks aimed at finding a solution to end the war in the Gaza Strip. The summit, during which China pledged to work to restore peace in the Middle East, is seen as part of a push by Beijing to step up its international role. The Palestinian authorities al-Maliki accused Israel of seeking to bring to an end the Palestinian people's presence on what remains of its historical land, AFP reports. A spokesperson for Egypt's Ministry of Foreign Affairs said the displacement of Palestinians from the Gaza Strip will threaten peace, security, and stability in the region and the world. Egypt is making every effort to bring aid into the Gaza Strip through the Rafah crossing, but Israel's policy of obstructing the entry of aid is a systematic policy aimed at pushing the Palestinians to leave the Strip under the weight of bombing and siege, the spokesperson said. Miss Nicaragua Shanice Palacios won the Miss Universe competition late Saturday night in El Salvador, the first to wear the crown from her country. Palacios is a 23-year-old communicologist who said she wants to work to promote mental health after suffering debilitating bouts of anxiety herself. Miss Thailand Antonia Portsfield was first runner-up and Miss Australia Maria Wilson the second runner-up. 84 women competed for the crown in the 72nd edition of the competition. Palacios appeared to secure the win when she confidently answered the question of which woman's shoes would she like to spend a year in by saying Mary Wollstonecraft, the 18th century English writer and philosopher. Wollstonecraft was an advocate of women's rights and is considered one of the forerunners of feminism. Palacio said she wants to work to close the salary gap between the genders so that women can work in any area. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 15,881.63. The NYSE composite is increased by 68.17 points or 0.43%. Tokyo stock close price is 33,388.03. The Nikkei 225 index is decreased by 197.17 points or 0.59%. Shanghai stock close price is 3,068.32. The Shanghai index is increased by 13.95 points or 0.46%. Hong Kong stock close price is 17,778.07. The Hang Seng index is increased by 323.88 points or 1.86%. Bombay stock close price is 65,655.15. The Sensex index is decreased by 139.58 points or 0.21%. Let's have a look on today's sports stories. A set of 6 jerseys that Lionel Messi wore during Argentina's victorious 2022 World Cup run will be auctioned in December, Sotheby's announced Monday, estimating their value at $10 million. The football star donned these shirts during the first halves of the group stage rounds against Saudi Arabia and Mexico, as well as later games against Australia, the Netherlands, and Croatia, and the final against France. Argentina's winning run in Qatar last year was the final feather in the forwards' cap, having failed to secure the championship in 4 previous World Cups. If the jerseys indeed fetch above $10 million, that could make the sale the most valuable collection of sports memorabilia ever auctioned off, Sotheby's said. The most expensive individual jersey ever sold at auction was one that basketball legend Michael Jordan wore during his NBA Finals run with the Chicago Bulls in 1998. It sold for $10.1 million last year. Barcelona midfielder Gavi faces surgery after tearing his anterior cruciate ligament in Spain's Euro 2024 qualifier with Georgia, the club said on Monday. The 19-year-old was tackled from behind and his knee buckled during already qualified Spain's 3-1 win in Valladolid on Sunday, and he left the pitch in tears. Tests carried out on Monday morning on the first-team player Gavi have shown that he has a complete tear of the anterior cruciate ligament in his right knee and an associated injury to the lateral meniscus, said a club statement. The player will have surgery in the coming days, after which a new medical update will be released. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. Biden celebrates his 81st birthday pardoning Thanksgiving turkeys. US defense chief visits Ukraine in show of solidarity. Microsoft hires OpenAI Sam Altman after sacking. OpenAI employees threaten to quit en masse after former CEO Sam Altman joins Microsoft. Rosalynn Carter, former US First Lady, dies at 96. The 2024 presidential general election debates are planned for September and October in 3 college towns. Dismembered body found on NYC beach may be remains of missing Irish filmmaker. Three-year-old boy fatally shoots his 2-year-old brother after finding gun in mom's purse, police said. "28 Gaza babies evacuated to Egypt." Israel seeks to end Palestinians' presence at China Middle East Summit. Miss Nicaragua wins Miss Universe crown with an answer about a famous feminist. Messi's 2022 World Cup jerseys to go up for auction. And Gavi faces surgery after serious knee injury on Spain duty. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our website. Our website address is www.millenniumnews24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all at TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV. And also in all European countries and Australia, available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.